Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Chaos Podcast, and also the first dev diary for Break It. We're going to be covering the 3 weeks that we've seen since July, and since we're coming into the new month of August, we are going to be, deep diving into all of the things that's recently happened for Break It history. So, I like to talk about, originally, 3 months ago, I was in a kind of weird spot. Wouldn't say I was in a dark place. I just didn't feel like building anything. Break Season 3 was supposed to come out a lot sooner than it did, coming out in July. It was supposed to come out originally way back in April, but it never happened because, well, I couldn't really build. There was times where, you stop building, then you build again, you stop building, and you just stop building at all. Yeah, I couldn't build anything because I just, didn't feel like it would be up to the hype. But, as you guys know now, Break It is in a better position. I'm in a better position, and I'm able to get constant updates out every single Wednesday. So what happened during week 1? Well, week 1 wasn't really too big. The island had just got a massive update. We got 4 new POIs, which was Waterworks, Pointy Peak, Cactus Crops, and Chaos City. One of those POIs, or all of these POIs, play an important role in each and every single week. One big POI that stands out of the rest of them would be Chaos City, as this POI is the hometown of Chaos Labs, a POI that is being used to try to control, the island. Backstory behind Chaos City is that once the island went under chaos, all that, and destroyed the cube, the island failed. And whatever failure, there has to be a backup system. And boom, replacing Cool Camp, Chaos City was born. At Chaos Control, you can see that there's many office spaces. Each one of those places are being used by people trying to control the island. This is happening now. Week 2, no big surprises. The wall at Chaos City is slowly being built more and more. We just really don't expect anything to come out for the next week. Or so we thought. Week 2, there was a change. What was the change? The change was there were cars, okay? Cars, trucks were bringing in supplies, and they were all surrounding Dark Domain. Everyone questioned and everyone wondered, why was Dark Domain just a pool of purple water? And all I had to say was, you just gotta wait a bit longer. A bit longer you had to wait. And people just said, okay. So what happened? There was no big changes. The wall was being built, and the trucks came and surrounded the POI. Week 3 happened. And it shook the Break It, household. It just shook it. What happened? Avengers Compound. We had Marvel characters, but there was nothing Marvel related in the entire island. But just like Season 4 or Season X, back on Chapter 1, a POI would arrive, replacing Dark Domain. This would be Avengers Compound, a miniature version of the actual Avengers Compound from the movies, to be, a placeholder for Dark Domain. This place would be, epic. It would have Avengers compound. You get to see the bedrooms. You get to see all the storage and stuff. But the one thing, there was a twist on that POI. What was the twist? The twist was you cannot build. Now, the reason behind you not being able to build at Avengers compound is pretty simple. Since the island that Avengers compound is on can't be built on, we had to use walls under that island. We had to build walls so we could place the grass on top. And we had to place the builds there. But not all of the builds could be placed. So we had to go to Great Snap 2 and place everything there separately. Because it couldn't be placed by itself. And, it was a good workaround that we couldn't have no building. It adds new stuff to the island. It's not just build. We have no build zone. You can't build there, but you could break there, collect materials, destroy Avengers compound. I don't know why you would, but you could destroy Avengers compound. And so here we are now, with the rest of this season. It's ending like next month. It's ending next month, and it's been pretty big to see how everyone is loving Break It right now. People are loving the POIs. People are loving the island and loving the storyline. The storyline has to be the most complicated storyline I've pieced together. This storyline has been huge, and most BR maps have their storylines planned. But for Break It, this story is constantly being wrote. I could say, when Break It ends in season 5, myself don't even know. I don't even know what happens in season 5, and I'm the creator of it. Break It is constantly being written as I'm speaking, and there are new ideas that can fit within the storyline that just make sense. I can throw in a character, and it will fit within the storyline. Like Zarg, he crashed on the island. He's supposed to be a miniature storyline, but as the recent video shows, his kind of like side storyline kind of starts connecting with the main storyline. He crashes on the island and he builds himself a little hut, which you can go to right now on the island. And then someone knocks at the door. Who knocks at the door? We don't know. My friend theorizes that it could be Midas, as Midas is a statue at Chaos City, which means he could be the guy at the door. Sadly, it's not. It's Tony Stark. Tony Stark senses that someone shouldn't be on the island, and it's not the Avengers, it's the robot. So the robot, doesn't want to go. So Tony Stark takes him out, and we have to see what happens next within that, thing. So what happens next? And, it's crazy what happens next. I'm going to get some friends and stuff. But what I want to talk about was what's going to be coming for the future of Break It. Storyline-wise, everything is going to be crazy. I'm going to get, people to help me work on it. There's going to be, I'm probably going to get a Break It team together, and there's going to be a lot of things happening for the future of the map. I don't want to get into too much, because I just want to talk about, the ending of July. But in next episode of the Chaos Podcast, we're going to be talking about the future of Break It, what's going to be happening, because I have a lot of stuff in store for the island, for the people who want to help, because if you go to the Discord, link in your description, and join that, there will be an announcement showing how you can, help the team of Break It. I'm only allowing up to 6 people to help, so if you want to help, you can. It takes no skill. You don't need to build any maps. You don't need to have any sort of requirements. You just have to work with we just have to see how you work around our people. Because you may be a solo, you may actually be part of a squad. for another BR map, but we never know. So, with that being said, I like to say thank you for watching this. I appreciate that you've watched this, and I hope I can do more of the Chaos podcast sometimes in the future, because I think the Chaos podcast is not just gonna be about the future of Break It and the teams. It's gonna be about storyline, and I suggest you just watch the Chaos podcast because it might tell you, we might tell you, I might tell you something part of the storyline that you haven't heard yet. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and if you want to, drop a like and maybe subscribe. Comments will be turned off for reasons, but hey, they may or may not be turned off. It really depends on how what a video does. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next podcast, or I'll see you in the next Break It story.